Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's been an awfully long time, and I want to definitely get out something special and finally get back on track and kind of get this going again. Because the whole reason I created this whole YouTube channel, Inspiring Greatness, is to inspire the greatness. Because you know what, like especially with all this shit that's going on in the world right now, I definitely think we can all find that inspiration within us to kind of carry us to where we want to go or where we need to go. Today, I want to quickly talk about something that I dealt with for a very long time. It was getting out of your own darkness. Now, when I talk about getting out of your darkness, what do I mean? So getting out of your own darkness could be something like depression, anxiety. You got fear, you got questions. You're not confident. All these things that are going on in our own minds. It's hard to deal with these things. It's hard. Like I had my battles, the same battle, for the longest time that I felt like a century for me. But at the end of the day, what could be 5, 10, 15, 20 years for me, maybe 1 year for somebody else, or vice versa, right? Uh, my best tip, my best advice on living with purpose, living to inspire greatness amongst others, is get over the fear. And what I mean by get over the fear is get over the fear of being in the dark. Because when we go through depression and when we get anxiety, uh, self-conscious, all these little things. Now, just before I continue on that, I wanna let you know, when these things come, they don't just go. They're with you, and we're all very aware of it. But here's the biggest thing: is we got to set up tools for ourselves so that when they do come, they stay less and less and less and less. They say they have less time in the zone that they want to stay in. And here's the truth: you can't have a day without sun and without the moon. You got to have both, right? You got to have your night, you got to have your day. But what I can tell you is, if you learn how to increase the day in your night, or reduce the night in your day, or whatever way you want to put it in, let me tell you, you'll start living up here. And as you guys may see, the tattoo I got here says believe, right? And it was so hypocritical of me for a long time, because I always told people to believe. I always told myself to believe, but I had actually never followed through. And I think that's one of the biggest things that us humans, we all suck at, is following through, right? Like when we say we're going to do something, do it right then and there. If you can't do it right then and there, make sure when you get the chance to do it right then and there, do it. Because let me tell you, remembering those small accomplishments, or even the big ones, remembering those accomplishments is going to give you more positive feedback from your brain to your heart, right? Because a lot of people only do thinking with this, but realistically, we got two hearts. We got the one in here, or we got two brains. We got the one in here and the one up here. Here's where we do all of our moral thinking. Like I shouldn't steal this piece of chocolate because it's gonna affect me, or whatever. And then up here, it's like, yeah, fuck yeah, like, yo, I'm hungry. I'm gonna get that chocolate, right? But here, that's what people just seem to not grasp. Honestly, it's just that we do two types of living, right? Is your brain up here that does your main actions, all your primary actions, and then you got your heart. Now, when you think about your heart, people don't think of it as a brain. People think, it's there, it's essential, it's there to pump our blood and everything. And yes, we're all correct in that. But the fact of it is, when you start living more in here, this one shuts up. And what I mean by that is, when you learn to quiet the noise in your brain, you're able to do a lot more. You're able to focus, and you're able to find a light in your dark. You're able to talk about your darkness. You're able to live with a purpose. And Doesn't matter what your purpose is. Doesn't matter if you know your purpose. I truly feel that, inspiring greatness, inspiring people, the fact that I get the opportunity to speak, even if people listen or don't listen, um, the fact that I get to do it, it warms me up. I love it. And I hope every single person that watches this video or that doesn't watch this video, I hope it really starts to inspire you to find something that you really want to do in life. I could do this for the rest of my life. I don't care if I get paid or don't get paid. This is something that I truly feel that my heart's geared towards. And, on this journey that I've been on, like, I've been taking a lot of time for myself, trying to get my brain back in order and kind of get it back on the same tracks, right? Because it is easy to get off the tracks because, when you do get surrounded by a lot of darkness and you start to forget a lot of different things, it becomes a reality, right? And this is the most truest thing that you'll hear from any speaker. Honestly, when you start living in here, rich, when you become rich in your heart, that's when you start living life. That's when you start being successful. Listen, I don't got all the fancy things in life. I don't got much fancy things. I still live at home with my mom's, everything. But let me tell you, if I'm not at peace here, forget about everything else out there. Because I know the type of person I am when I'm not myself. I know. I recognize it. And that's what I want to get out to every single person that watches this video or shares this video or whatever the case may be. Honestly, when you're living in your darkness, look for a light. It doesn't have to be the light. Look for a light. Because let me tell you, when you find that one light, when you find a light, then you can slowly pull yourself out of that darkness. And the purpose of you pulling yourself out of that darkness, so you don't gotta live in depression. You don't gotta live with anxiety anymore. Fuck that shit. It's in the fucking past. Let that shit go. Easier said than done. You don't need antidepressants, this, that. But as long as you try, and I guess that's very controversial because, somebody told me, when I was depressed, all you gotta do is try. And, like every time I seemed to try, I never, never improved, right? I could relate to that. But here's the thing. When I say try, you gotta try to not be afraid of the dark. Embrace the darkness. Let it sit. Let it come to you. Because why are you going to spend so much energy fighting if you don't have the right tools? That's what you're missing. You're missing the right tools to fight that darkness, to find the light. Right? You don't have a window in your fucking darkness. If you had a window, maybe you'd see where the light is. Or you would see a light. Allowing people to help you. That was a big one, big challenge for me, is reaching out to people saying, hey man, like, or hey girlfriend, or hey whoever, hey ma, like I'm really going down in the dumps right now, like I really need to talk to somebody. Reach out. Because, like, especially in times like this, like we're all stuck at home anyways. So why not reach out? Reach out for yourself. Reach out for your investment for yourself, for your future, everything like that. Yeah, and you know what, guys? And it's 2020. It's not like we don't got resources. It's not like we don't got ways. It's just time to wake up, just like I'm waking back up. Now, I am not going to keep this any longer. I just want to end off with these messages. Guys, embrace the darkness. Number one, embrace the darkness. Because there's no point in fighting the darkness if you don't have the right tools. You're just going to waste all your energy and you're just going to end up hurting yourself even more. Embrace the darkness. Number one. Number two, once you have embraced the darkness, start looking. Don't be afraid. Get up. Start walking. Start walking in the dark. It's just voices. It's just your own voices in your head. Don't worry. You're not going to fucking jump off a bridge. You're not doing that. Not if you watch this video. Not if you share this video. Let me tell you. Start walking. And then you can start finding the tools. How do you find the tools? Guys, I do got content coming out. And not even me. There's so much greater inspirational speakers. There's so much greater people out there that will deliver the same type of message that I'm delivering, but with more power. But that's all right. Tune into them. Other than that, guys, embrace the darkness. get up and start searching. And then once you find it, once you start finding one thing, it can be something as simple as a spoon. Just use it to your advantage. Embrace it, bring it in, start asking people for advice, start asking people to listen. It doesn't cost nothing. Maybe costs 20 minutes out of their day. I'm sure they probably don't have anything better to do for 20 minutes. Let me tell you guys, just love. Find the love in your heart, and your love will overcome the darkness in your mind. And that's all I want to say. With that, guys, I want to thank you guys for, for supporting my videos all the time. It really means a lot to me, and it really encourages me to kind of get back out there. Once it takes a while to remember, but I wanted to say thank you, and I love you guys all. And please feel free to share the video, send it off, whatever it may be, but get the message across. If you know somebody that is going through things, or maybe you don't know that person, but reach out to them. Reach out. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Tune in for next time.